I could be just taking an absolute wild stab here, totally guessing. But if I was the average American voter, I would think that it is Republicans versus Democrats, whites versus blacks. I also would think that yesterday, Obama and Joe Biden both were totally exonerated for all the stuff that we know now they are guilty for. Guys, it feels like every video I make is about the corruption and the lies and the crap we are fed, but we are doing it again today. But the subjects we are going to discuss, I just touched on. Is it Republican versus Democrat? Why the identity politics? And is Obama and Biden free? Are they clean? Are the guys like myself who are talking about all the stuff they've done, did we just get served yesterday this big loss that's like unsurmountable? We're going to talk about that right now. Really quickly, guys, I have to touch on this, and I know you guys hate when I self-promote because you always tell me in the comments, but I owe it to you guys to thank you. Yesterday was by far and away our biggest day on YouTube. We had like 40-something thousand views in the first 24 hours on the last video. So if you missed the last video, go watch it. It was a good one, I think, because it did really well. To everybody that helped that happen, thank you guys so much. It means a lot. It means, most of all, that everyone is alive and awake and paying attention, and people are watching this and they're sharing this. So thank you to everybody. You know who you are. You guys are always in the comments. I appreciate you. So anyways, we're rolling. Here we go. I want to talk about something. We're going to start with the Republican versus Democrat part of this. And this could honestly go for Republican versus Democrat, black versus white, you name it. Any identity politic you want to throw at it. High class versus middle class. The word, you know, it's always something, right? But this is what happens, okay? What they want us focused on right now is white versus black. They want us focused on Republican versus Democrat. They want us focused on blue pill, red pill. Guys, that's not how this works, and that's not how this happens. Because let me tell you something. Hat tip, big shout out. I can't steal hat tip from Dan. Dan, sorry, I always use your hat tip thing now. But shout out to Tucker Carlson last night. I don't know if it was last night that his video went up, but I saw the video where he talked about something that I feel like we've got to discuss at least for a couple of minutes in this video. Republicans had the majority in the House and in the Senate for the first 2 years of the Trump presidency. And a lot happened in the first 2 years of the Trump presidency that was very unfavorable for a president, for a Republican president, while the Republicans had the majority in Congress and in the Senate. It's hard for me to get my mind around, and I missed that. In fairness, I didn't pay enough attention to that. I loved some of these people. Trey Gowdy, man, he gets on camera, that dude is fire. Lindsey Graham, he gets on there, and you're like, man, these people are really in trouble. Listen to Lindsey. We come to find out, though, and it had to be shown to me by Tucker Carlson and whoever posted the video on Instagram yesterday. I'm sorry for not remembering, but those people talked really big. They did absolutely dick when they could have done a lot. They could have shut the whole Mueller thing down. They could have shut Russiagate down. They knew, like we know now, that they had absolutely nothing on Trump and that whole thing was whack. And they let it go on. $30 million, how many subpoenas later, people's lives ruined, spying, the whole deal. We know the deal now. There's no getting around the fact that was bull crap. Republicans let that happen. So if we run around just voting Republican every time, that's not a good answer. That's just not a good option. Dan Bongino, I will say hat tip this time because that's what Dan says. Hat tip to Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino said something. I think he was on Fox News when he said it. I can't remember now, but he said, Republicans are not the solution to all of your problems, which is dead on with what I was already going to make this video about. And then I heard him say that. Republicans are not the solution to all your problems. But I can tell you this for a fact. All of your problems are definitely being caused by Democrats right now. And that is just a really good way of putting it. If that hurts your feelings, guys, watching this video, whoever you are, if you're saying that I'm just siding with one side or the other, no, I'm not. I am not saying Republicans are faultless, because they are flipping far from it. I am ready to lose my mind on a couple of them. But right now, the Democrats are the one burning this country to the ground. It's just calling it what it is. Yeah, call it being partisan. It's not. I vote as an independent. I've never, ever let one group of people tell me what to think. Clearly, as evidenced by me making these videos so you guys can destroy me in comments that never make it to these comment section for what it's worth, guys. The stuff that is said and caught because I hold a lot of comments back. I've got the filter turned up. Man. But anyhow, it is not just Republican, Democrat. It is not. Do not let them lump us into groups. That is where we lose. Ask Elon Musk right now about Democrats and his democratically run state of California and what they were trying to do to him and how he needs and wants to open his business and how they were going to do his employees and what he had to do. And I applaud the dude. It seems like one day to the next, I don't know what to think about Elon, but he did the right thing and stood up and said, I'll be the first one to go to jail. Don't arrest anybody, just arrest me, but we're going back to work. And that's what everybody in this country needs to do. You think they have the power to go and arrest everybody that went back to work because they were trying to feed their families? They're going to do it a little bit. They're trying to scare us, but I'm telling you, once we all stand up, it's over. But ask Elon Musk who created those problems. It wasn't Republicans. Not saying that Republicans are just the solution, because again, we've had Republicans in there that didn't do anything to help the problems. That's not a Trump problem. Like, Trump can't do everything. He needs the help of the people in there. And there are people in there that weren't doing their jobs. Mitch McConnell could have done a lot more. Lindsey Graham could have done a lot more. Paul Ryan could have done a lot more. Again, these people are all tough talking now. But again, history of a lot of talk, history of not a lot of do. Richard Burr is the other one that just all talk. So I'm going to get into something else. Everybody is in, not everybody, but a lot of people are in the comments here and in Instagram at RedRacer Video, guys. Also, really quick, in the description are links to a lot of the people I follow, a lot of my inspiration. Everybody's like, where do I follow this stuff? How do I learn this? How do you know this? It's in the description. Should have covered that in the beginning. Sorry, I didn't. I've got a lot of people blowing me up about how Bill Barr is this huge piece of crap. And he's a shill, and he's actually part of the deep state. And yesterday he confirmed it because he said that Obama and Biden are clean. Guys, I watched yesterday live, real time. And I'm not saying that nobody else did. I'm not the only one that did. But if I just based my thought on what you all, not you all, but a majority of everybody out there gets their information. If I assume the way that went, you guys clearly are not watching what's really happening. A lot of you in the comments. Because you guys sit there, LMAO, you're such an idiot, ha ha ha, you're such a Q-tard. He sold you guys out. He said they didn't do anything. You're such a dummy. First of all, I'm not always going to be right. And there are going to be some things that I'm wrong on. And when I am, feel free to make fun of me. But I'm telling you guys right now, all the people laughing and saying I'm a big idiot, I just, you guys are missing a lot. You clearly, these people, and I'm not saying you people. What do you mean you people? I'm not saying, again, what I'm trying to illustrate here is that a lot of people are not watching what's actually happening. What Bill Barr said, and what he then said right after that, and what people got served up, the little slice of the pie that was what Bill Barr said, the little slice of what everybody heard, and the tiny little piece of what was retained out of what he said yesterday, blows my mind to see what people say he said. Not what he said, first of all. And then even what he said, there's a nugget inside of what he said that everybody's just missing / ignoring. Media's ignoring it. Most of the people out there, I'm going to give you credit and say you're just missing it. But I think it's a lot because a lot of you, again, it's just orange man bad and you refuse to use your brains creatively and put together the puzzle that is literally right in front of you. It is really frustrating sometimes. And actually comical when people laugh at me and say that I'm stupid when I'm like, man, this is like, dude, right here, buddy. Just right there. Just little bit of thinking. Little bit of thinking. Little bit of turn off Orange Man bad. And a lot of people would be a lot farther ahead, okay? What Barr really said yesterday was that as of now, not forever, but as of what he, Bill Barr, has seen right now, there is no criminal charges that he sees right now for Biden or for Obama. He was very specific when he said criminal charges. I'm not an expert. I'm putting together some stuff that some of the people I follow, again, they're in my description. Some of the things that they've said, some of the things that I just feel and where I, in my mind, feel like things are going. What I think Bill Barr said was that as of just right now, there are no criminal charges. That leaves things wide open. I think it does a couple of things, actually. I think, one, it maybe makes it maybe makes Brock and Joe Biden feel a little bit better about things right now. Like right now, they're like, oh man, phew, we're good. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's also for optics, because guys, they do a lot of this stuff for optics. Trump has made people, he has called them idiots on TV that when you look to find out later, all it was for was optics. It was just about making people think one thing and they were really doing something different. So there's a little bit of that, I think, at play. But again, inside of Bill's statement, I think there was something else a lot of people missed. He just said criminal. Guys, there are other kind of charges that can be brought on these people. And maybe I think a lot of people aren't thinking about it. I am really proud of myself, believe it or not. I thought of this and thought, well, couldn't it also be military charges for Obama and for Biden? The things that they did to this country are not like their neighbor down the street stole your hose out of your backyard or something. Like, this is big stuff. This is treason. They were in our government. They could absolutely already be facing military charges. And all Barr said yesterday was that as of right now, he doesn't see, as of right now, criminal charges. That in no way, shape, or form cleared O'Biden. I'm putting them together. O'Biden, I should just do that. That in no way, shape, or form cleared O'Biden in Russiagate or in Obamagate. Not at all. If you guys really think that, laugh at me in the comments and make fun of me all you want. But I promise you, 99.9, the same chances you're going to survive of COVID are the same chances that you guys that are laughing at me are going to find out you're actually laughing at yourselves right now. Again, I'm done being delicate about some of this stuff. I know you guys think that I'm being a little more antagonistic lately, and I know I am. But man, if you guys had to read the comments that I read, that again, you never see because I delete them. Oh, I got to be able to say something, right? Like I got to get some of it out. But again, I'm not clearing Bill Barr right now. For what it's worth, guys, maybe we find out he was still deep state. Maybe. I'll leave that out there. Anything's possible, but I don't think so. I've been watching all this very closely since like the beginning, since Trump started running for office, and I watched him starting to fry him. That's when I jumped onto all this. And having said that, I feel like Barr is just leaving things out in the media on purpose. During COVID, they had this press conference. Keep that in mind. The things that he said were calculated. They were strategic. They are playing chess. He said exactly what he said for an exact reason. Left specific things out. Put specific things in. And the media and everybody that trusts the media and all the Facebook graduates of 2019 that are telling me how stupid I am, you guys are all missing a lot. I'm just going to leave that part at that. I do have some notes in here to also touch again on Trey Gowdy. I love that guy. And if that guy was if he had half of Donald Trump's drive to go with all of his knowledge and his thoughts on the legal things, because Gowdy knows the deal, he would be one of the most amazing and most powerful people in government. So he is either just really lazy, Or maybe he's just, they're picking their spot for him and he's purposely holding back. And guys, some of that happens. Again, a lot of cases, 163,000 indictments right now, sealed, that nobody knows who they are. We know who they are. We know who a lot of them are anyway. All those cases all going at the same time. A lot of those cases sharing information to everybody out there saying, no one's been arrested, they'll never be arrested. I understand why you say that. I get it. There's been a lot of corruption for a long time. Nobody's paid the price. I understand. But right now, 163,000 indictments and a bunch of those cases share information. It doesn't work like you're thinking. I'm sorry. I don't know shit about law. And I know that you guys are jumping the gun. I've got a note in here and I wanted to say something. This happens a lot. People overreact and underthink. And this happens in the media all the time. They have created, you guys have heard this, they have created, the United States is, our culture is outrage. Our whole culture is outrage. We're outraged about everything all the time. I can make these videos on YouTube and get 45,000 views on the first day when I have a little channel like mine, honestly, because there is outrage about everything all the time. And I'm trying to talk people off the ledge every day. I am not a doom and gloom guy. I'm not here to say bad, everything's going to be bad. And all the people in the comments tell me I'm stupid and government's never going to be good. I feel sorry for you people, and I hope you're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I refuse to live that way. I refuse to believe that. I do believe that you have a right to believe that, and I understand why you feel that way, but I believe right now is our chance to fix that, and I'm not going to stop believing that way. And you can make fun of the American war flag behind me and all the stuff you guys want to say. I know I don't know everything, but if I'm going to be wrong, I'm going to be wrong on the side of people who have hope and who believe in God and want people to live, have justice, have the pursuit of happiness, all the other stuff that I can't remember because I'm having a Joe Biden moment. But if I'm too positive, if that's my flaw, if that makes me an idiot, I'll take it. So be it. But I'm telling you guys, stop overreacting and underthinking things because it's happening a lot. Not knocking people. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just saying, I pay attention to a lot of what happens and I pay attention to a lot of what you guys say and they are not lining up. Please stop watching snippets of interviews and press conferences and watch them in their entirety. Otherwise, if you get online pounding your chest about something, most times you sound like an idiot. I'm saying that as your friend. I'm trying to help you. Help me help you. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. I got one last little note here, but I did it. We're getting close to 18 and a half. I'm in a hurry. Again, there's 163,000 indictments, guys. A lot of the information is being shared. And everything we talked about in this video about how there are still Republicans that I do believe are still part of the swamp. And they talk big on TV, but behind the scenes, they're trying to keep stuff from happening. That's why there's not big name arrests already. That's why the swamp is not already drained. They've got to get those people out first. We got to get our frenemies out of there before we put these cases in. If we get all these arrests in, but then everything gets gobbled up in court because we have all this stuff go through and the Senate guys vote the wrong way because we know Mitt's going to do it. That piece of crap from Utah, and he's from here. We know who those people are. We can't let that happen. That's why these cases are taking a long time. It takes time to drain the swamp. Stop overreacting and underthinking all of this. This is so much bigger than a couple of little things. Russiagate's not this little thing. Obamagate's not this little thing. What they did to Trump is not this little thing. What they did to Flynn is not this little thing. I could go on forever. I'm out of time. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for helping this channel blow up. It is going so well. I appreciate you all. We are literally opening up eyes. Go through my comments. So many people are in the comments saying, thank you. You're helping me see this stuff. Somebody did that for me. I feel so blessed that I can now pass that on. Help me do that. Like, subscribe, hit the bell next to subscribe. Tell your friends, share the videos. Thank you guys so much. I will see you on the next RedRacer video.